Greetings, YouTube. Thank you to those of you who informed me, including my good friend and fellow mod of my channel, McSizzle, that the last video, somehow when I uploaded it, it did not have audio. And when I rewatched it back, the audio was, shall we say, corrupted. So this is a second attempt at recording a video that is in high demand from you, the viewer, because it has been a very long time, shall I say a year maybe, that we had a 4-star basic arena with hype. Why? Well, it's because Kabam has decided that they will continue to put in place their 4-star restrictions for Act 6 and above, which I think is really dumb. Like, it started because clearly they didn't want to give players the advantage, or what they felt like was the advantage, of bringing in their best 4-star champions for synergy purposes. For example, I remember plenty of people who had 5-star Blade, but only had 4-star Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider, for whatever reason, is just a hard 5-star to land on. So, they were used to bringing in their 4-star Ghost Rider in Act 5 to help them through that content to become uncollected and beyond. Well, tough luck. Either you get a 5-star, or certainly not even a 6-star Ghost Rider, though Ghost Rider should be a 6-star by now, or you're screwed. Well, we've seen Act 6 become nerfed. We have seen certain very difficult fights become easier. So it is only logical that eventually you would see Kabam say, if you want to bring your rank 4, rank 5 4-stars in, so be it. I actually think Kabam is shooting themselves in the foot on this one. If they brought in summoners with 4-stars where the health pool and the attack pool are extremely limited, even with like greater champion boosts, they're going to end up spending a ton of revives and units and maybe some cash for said units to become even uncollected, or excuse me, to go from being uncollected to become Cavalier. So, with all of that being said, we have here the 4-star basic arena that is the most hyped I've seen in a year, because Apocalypse is here. Some of you told me you were grinding for him because of synergies. Some of you are grinding for him just because you love Apocalypse and don't have him as a 4-star. I did my usual 1.5 million for all the milestones, and I finished 26th to 45th place. You can see at the very top a pretty interesting pattern here. Team Vinny 001, Team Vinny 003, and Team Vinny 002 are the top 3 spots. Interesting. And maybe you're thinking to yourself, those aren't bots. They just happen to be in the same alliance with the same name. I actually think it would have been kind of cooler if it was Team Vinny 1 that finished first, Team Vinny 2 that finished 2, and Team Vinny 3 that finished 3, but they flipped the 3rd and 2nd place. Oh no. Now, when you scroll through the arena, you do see several summoners who are in alliances, but then others who aren't. Like 617 degrees. Even though degrees is on the other side. NZF Lazo 11590. I joined an alliance that has the word taco in it. That's food for thought. X Factor 247. And then, you see different Black Whale. But you see different summoners and different alliances. Black Angel. So here's what I've seen, even though I haven't done videos on this for a few months. Kabam has done a much better job of cracking down on bots over the years than the 5-star featured and the 4-star featured. But the 2-star arena, the 3-star featured arena, and now especially the 4-star basic arena are still like the Wild West when it comes to bots. And there's an argument to be made, mathematically speaking, that maybe bots don't hurt the overall score of champions. Maybe they actually have more bots that jump in and they lower the score. But too often we have seen Kabam make public pronouncements that they've done clean sweeps of the bots in the arena system, and it's just miraculous how much those scores come down in all arenas for a couple weeks. But the problem is, Kabam doesn't give permanent bans to a lot of these bots. And so they just keep botting away, gaining a ton of units and battle chips, resources that they will eventually use to gain money against Kabam in the gifting event at the end of the year. And even though they did a good job in certain ways of cracking down on resource dumps, there still were so many accounts that were getting heavily discounted greater gifting crystals, for example, because what you would do is you would just add one of these bots in as a friend, and then you'd pay them $50 PayPal, for example, and they'd send you $100 with the greater gifting crystals because they already have the units that they farmed from their bot. So they're still making a decent amount of money, and Kabam is still turning the blind eye. So you might say to yourself right now, well, Prof, how do you know these are bots? Well, let's just look up Team Vinny for starters. Let's just see, do a little independent research, right? So we're gonna just type in here Team Vinny. And what do you know? Team Vinny 001, the guy that placed first in the 4-star basic arena this weekend. Look at those powerhouse champs. You know what's so weird about this roster? Where are the 5 stars? Where are the 6 stars? It's a Vietnam alliance, and we have no 5 or 6-star champs. 0. What we do have is a bunch of 4 stars, a total base hero rating that is under 500,000, a prestige that's 4,600, and when you scroll down, you'll see it's pretty clear what the majority of the time that this account spends. It's in PvP fights, 326,822. So, just spitballing a theory out there, it looks like this is one of those bots that just runs the 4-star basic arena. That's all they do. You also notice a couple things that are interesting about this account. They are not subscribed to the Black ISO store, so they are not a paying member of the Kabam monthly club. And then, if we want to dig a little bit deeper and we want to go to the Alliance, you'll see that this is actually kind of a unique thing that they're doing. There look to be some legit people in the Alliance, like this guy. Even though Black Panther Civil War is his top account, at least he's got some rank 565 players that have, or champions that have like realistic level 60 SIGs. And the PvP fights won 100,000. Like, okay, that makes sense. But then you scroll down, and then suddenly in this alliance, just like smack dab in the middle of what appears to be some real players, are these Team Vinnies. Like, what? Are you kidding me? And when you look at Team Vinny 003, same story as Team Vinny 001. It's just all 4 stars. Presumably 4 stars they've ranked up from the 4-star basic arena. And they are fulfilling the goals of just running so many hundreds of thousands of PvP fights. Now, we've made the same song and dance before, and you know, it irks me, but there are people out there who will say, Prof, you need to stop whining about this. Kabam will take care of it. Well, obviously not, because obviously these people have been allowed to run this for hundreds of thousands of fights. If I was Kabam, I would just ban these accounts permanently for good. No temporary bans, no nothing, because you are ending up screwing up players who are trying to advance and fight in a legal way in even just the 4-star basic arena. But as long as Kabam turns a blind eye and continues to let these bots, bot all day long, every week, they have no one to blame but themselves for when these same accounts turn around and make money off of a gifting event by using the units that they were able to formulate through the arena and the battle chips to gain more units for discounted black market items in the gifting event. So thank you to those of you who, one, alerted me that my audio was, shall we say, not working in the last video. Hopefully this one is. I do see a audio meter that's receptive this time. And let me know what your thoughts are. Are you ready like me for permanent bans? Just get these things out of the way. I'm tired of making these videos. I don't want this to be an issue anymore. Kabam, you've done a good job of taking out some of these bots. It's time to clean house once again.